in 4 years ago. Came in together, didn't know each other that freshman year. Wanted to make sure that we came in with culture, implemented that culture, and Class and SAS at Northeast is a high academic school, so we wanted to make sure we kept that excellence and that standard on our court.
Well, so I guess we have Jordan Harrison here with the headphones on. So, Jordan, you are a senior. Tell me what it's been like for the last 4 years. I've read about you and read about your team in the paper. I've seen the great success. It looks like you have a trophy here. You just were in a tournament in Arizona a little while back and had some great success. So tell me, what it's been like being a class in SAS at Northeast basketball?
It's been pretty good. We're held at a pretty high standard, so living up to that has been pretty fun. The last 4 years been pretty good, especially with these two. And I mean, it's our senior year, so we're just trying to go out with a bang and win the state championship. But yeah.
All right. So Darianna, looks like Littlepage-Buggs, you the one with the mic right now. So it's been fun, it's been interactive, but what is it about basketball that motivates you, and why did you choose to play basketball, Darianna?
I kind of fell in love with it from a young age. I was always around it, but then growing up and eventually I actually met them in middle school, but we played each other in AAU all our lives. Just being around them and like everyone else and all the rest of my teammates, it just makes me want to just play it more because I know basketball is fun, but doing it with them is even better.
Absolutely. So let me ask you one more question. You say you were around it. Who was your influence? Who was the first earlier influencers in your life in terms of basketball?
I'd say just my family, my mom, my dad, my sisters, my brothers played for a little bit, so just being around it.
Gotcha. Micah, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are
All
you?
right, so you tell me, what was the funnest moment that you had? I remember as a young athlete at John Marshall going on a trip to Lawton, but you went beyond Lawton. You went to Arizona. Tell me what that was like and what that whole experience was. And I don't know if that was your first time as class in SAS traveling like that, but tell me what your experience was.
Arizona was pretty fun, especially for us to be the only Oklahoma team that made it that far. Just hanging with the girls and building a better relationship with them and just having fun and playing basketball.
Gotcha. So, Coach, I'll ask you this question. If you switch with Darianna, when you start thinking about the things that you've been able to accomplish over the last 4 years, who has been your influencer, your motivation? Who is it that you look to and kind of model some things that you do women basketball-wise?
So I had the opportunity to coach with some of the better coaches in Oklahoma. Jay Price at Carl Albert, he's had a fantastic program. Was able to be with him. He was actually my high school coach. He's influenced me a lot as far as kind of some of the things that we implement as a program. And then Bobby Huggins has always been a big one for me.
Bobby Huggins?
Oh, yeah, he's a great –
He can't coach girls.
So those are some of the influences that I've had, and I try to implement with the girls.
Gotcha. So Jordan – that's who were some of your earlier influences, and I know the ultimate goal is winning a state championship. But what else are you looking to accomplish other than just that championship? Some of those things that maybe you didn't get a chance to do last year, but tell me what that looks like.
Well, some of my influencers was my dad and my brother because they played, and watching my brother play as I grew up made me want to fall in love with the game. Also, I would say, an achievement I want to get is 1,000 points. So yeah, and then a state championship, obviously. Yeah.
So you're not too far away from this 1,000 points, obviously. Yeah. Well, that's cool. That's a huge accomplishment. I don't think I could shoot it that many times, but obviously yours goes in at a much higher rate than mine. Darianna, so you guys, have you won a state championship in the 4 years, or you haven't? It's been eluding you, right?
Yeah, we haven't won yet.
So how far have you gone? State tournament?
Yeah, to the state tournament, yes.
Got you. So what is it going to take, right? And what has your team's mantra been this year, right? With those goals in mind, what is that one thing that has kind of energized this whole team around? What is that one word? What is that statement? What is that one thing?
I think our main focus we kind of focus on mentality because with the player shortage, we only have 7 people. Yeah, so Just with that, keep our mentality like strong and tough because sometimes we're gonna play, more minutes than our teammates, and some people might not get out. So just the mentality, that's been challenging for us a lot because with those shortage of players, we don't have a lot of time to rest, and so in practice, we encourage each other a lot to push ourselves because we know in the long run and going forward to state, we have to be strong and honestly, the only thing we have is us. So just encouraging each other, and uplifting, and just keep going forward and keeping our mentality strong.
Cool. That's really good. So, Micah, tell me what practice looks like, right? So, are they difficult practices? Is there a lot of running? Sometimes, not every coach, but there's a little yelling and screaming. I mean, how does coach motivate to get the best out of you all? What does that look like? He's not listening either.
It's definitely difficult practices only because we're a very good team, athletic team, but we have to focus on our little details, and which will like put the whole thing together, especially coming up for state and stuff like that. We have to focus on those little things, but just encouraging each other, pushing each other, even in those hard practices, but just to definitely focus on the little details.
Sure. So, Darianna, let me ask you this. What does how do you guys balance the academic rigor with the athletic expectations, right? Because for those of you who don't know, CLASSEN SAS at Northeast is a high academic standard school, and so what does that look like? How do you handle maybe the homework and the educational, academic, scholastic responsibilities with all that you guys are doing athletically?
Individually, we're all academic students. Like, we take academics very serious. So I think that helps us a lot because, we know we have homework and then we have practice, we're tired, but a lot of us or all of us, we take academics really serious. So that's never been a problem for us really. And then, if there is a problem, we help each other out. Like, we want everybody to play. So, if the teacher can't, there's somebody on the team that can. My parents help. We get some study holidays sometimes during practice for a couple 30, 45 minutes to an hour. So kind of just that, but we just stay on top of it. Honestly, it's never really been a problem for us because we do find the ways to get, academics out the way because we know they're very important to us.
Got you. So, Coach, let me ask you this question. So, being a coach at women's basketball at CLASSEN SAS at Northeast, you guys have had great success, the high academic expectations. What has the college coach pursuit been for some of your female basketball players, and what is your conversation with them as it relates to being recruited, being prepared, and then if you've had girls go on and go to college, let us know that as well.
Yeah, so I've been pretty fortunate through the years of coaching. I think every kid that's graduated with me as their coach has gone and played at the next level or had the opportunity to play at the next level. And that's on a scholarship. So that's, it speaks to how hard the kids work and, how dedicated they are. What was the other part of your question on?
Oh, just, what is your conversation to them about being recruited? What does that look like? Is that a part of, the CLASSEN SA at Northeast way? What are those details that you share with them about that?
Yeah, so, every day, they come in. When you don't have to coach effort, there's a lot of things you can do in practice. And we've never had to coach effort with this group. That's part of our culture. My conversation with all my kids is to enjoy the process. We want them to, they've worked hard, they've earned it. So enjoy that process when it comes to the college coaching, recruiting. When I talk to coaches, it's more on, they want to know more than just the basketball side. They know that our kids can play. And it helps when they go to a school like CLASSEN SAS, academics is a very short conversation because they know the standard that they play at and that they go to school at. It's more of, what type of kids they are and how they like to be in the gym, that kind of conversation.
So I just recently heard, and maybe I don't want to take Coach Dorrell's thunder about this new weight room, and he's got these power lifters that are coming up here in a little bit, but in this age of coaching athletic performance, do you talk much to the girls about dieting, workout regimen? What does that look like, right? Everybody has these strength and conditioning coaches these days. What does that look like for you?
It's very important. I think we were actually in the weight room the day they installed it and had it ready to go. We had weights that day for us, but I mean, everything we try to do at the academic level and the athletic level for these kids is to get them prepared for college. So I want them walking in as a freshman. Weights aren't going to surprise them. The type of tempo that the college team plays doesn't surprise them. The IQ level they need to have doesn't surprise them. And that's what we focused on since day one, is making sure that they're as prepared as possible for the next level.
Got you. So, Jordan, I bet your parents might have named you Jordan, kind of partial to Michael Jordan, potentially. That's what it sounds like. That's cool. So let me ask you this. When you're getting prepared for a game, athletes normally like to listen to music. What's on your playlist when you're getting ready for the game? Now, granted, I'm not going to know any of these songs you're going to mention, but hopefully someone who's listening to us will know what they are.
I have to say my artist, Little Baby.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go out and listen to Little Baby.
Yeah.
He was just in town not too long ago, I think. He was at Lanks University. I didn't make it to the concert.
Me either.
All right, Darianna, who are you listening to?
I listen to Little Baby, but also like NBA YoungBoy and Lil Durk a little bit.
Okay. I've heard of those. All right, Micah.
I would definitely say some Little Baby too.
Listen, I'm old when I know nothing of any of these people hardly other than their names. Tell me, since you have the mics, you two, your favorite moment thus far.
I'm gonna take it from this season. I'd say the Arizona tournament. I think us, like Micah said, being the only Oklahoma team there, and for it to be a surprise to people that us from coming from Oklahoma and us getting that far and beating those top people shows a lot of who we are, how much work we've put in, and how a lot of people haven't seen it, and some people have, but just to be there and to showcase that and show like we're here, we're good, like we deserve to be here. That was probably my best moment, just with them, like that whole tournament, that whole week we were there. It was just good, like the atmosphere, the games, intensity, all of that.
Sure. Micah.
I definitely say the Arizona trip too. It just gave our team a lot of confidence. Just made us better and like trust the process basically. But definitely the Arizona tournament.
Jordan, we'll let Jordan, and then if you get that to Coach, I got just a couple more questions or whatever. Tell me your favorite moment thus far of these 4 years, because it's going by. You're getting old, just FYI.
I would have to go with the Arizona tournament too. It was just like that tournament really taught us a lot, and it made our relationship stronger. Like we learned to really play for each other, and our chemistry was very strong. Like even going down there, some of the teams is like, y'all chemistry like is crazy. So definitely the Arizona tournament.
So, Coach, I'm going to have to say something that what I've heard these young ladies say has really been about the team, right? It's just been about how they felt good together. I want to think that that's a little bit has something to do with you, that influence. What has been your philosophy as you've coached this? And it makes it cool that you've been with these girls since they first got there, if they all came as freshmen, right? So you've had some time to build that camaraderie with them.
Yes, definitely. They're definitely a pillar of our culture. They're the standard that we put in place day one, and they've held to it, and they've held other players accountable. Would you repeat the question one more time?
Yeah, just your influence and on your philosophy about being a team.
Yeah,
yes.
Play hard, play together, have fun.
Sure.
That's something we say before we go on the floor every single time. They play for each other, and that's the key. It doesn't matter whose success is happening. We're having success when one player or 5 players are having success.
Sure. One more question for you, maybe another, depending on if we have time. To make this happen, you guys have a super supporting group. Who, Coach, would you like to thank out there watching, listening, from parents, coaches, your coaching staff? Introduce those, your administration, the district. Tell us. You tell those people that you want to say thank you, that have been a great support to what you've done.
Yeah, so first we want to, our teammates that we get to play with and practice every day. They're big for what we do. The parents have been fantastic from day one. They've been supportive. They've they've been with us through, you know, good, bad, and whatever. They've kept on it and stayed supportive for the group. And then, you know, family. Family is big for all of us. It takes a village to raise kids, and
your village just got larger.
it did. I got a baby girl came in, so it's been a wonderful year.
Cool, cool. Anybody, ladies, who do you want to say thank you to? And then, you know, tell us when's the next game and who you getting ready to play. You looking forward to? Tell everybody your what do you call them? Your social media handles, your Twitter, your Instagram, whatever these things are that people can follow you. We'll start with you.
I say yes to our teammates because we honestly and truly at the end of the day we're all we got. But I'd also thank like the coaches. We've had a couple coaches step in and teach us little stuff that helped us. But a big thank you to the family, all the parents, because we don't have a lot of support. But you know, like Coach said, through good, bad, they're always there for us. They always uplift us. You know, when we lose, hey, keep your head up, you got it. So honestly, I just want to just really on them a lot. Like they deserve a lot, and a lot of people don't really give them what their props. But I definitely say a big thank you to them.
Well, I hope my son is listening. They're thanking their parents. Go ahead, Jordan.
I'll have to go off what D said. Definitely us as a team, like our teammates and our managers, they're always there to support us, especially when we didn't have any fans.
Sure.
I would have to say our coaches, like all the coaches that have came through and just teach us a little stuff. I would also have to say our family because they travel with us. When we went to Arizona, we had a pretty good group. So
Good.
yeah, and then we played Tuesday.
Who do you play
against
Tuesday?
John Marshall.
Now listen, I'm a John Marshall alum, but I am rooting for CLASSEN SAS. All right, it should be a fun game. Micah.
I definitely have to say thank you to my parents, my family, definitely to all the coaches that have coached us this far, and and our teammates.
Gotcha. Hey, Coach, one more for you. I told you I might have one more. Tell me what preparation looks like. You guys getting ready to play my alma mater on Tuesday. Tell me what that looks like. They got a pretty good little point guard, maybe. I've seen a couple other kids out there, but what are you teaching? What are you saying? What does that day before the day of the game look like for you guys?
Well, the day before we get a lot of shots up. You know, there are games we definitely scout, game plan, and we get into those details. You know, for us, we've said it from day one. The games are about us. We got to take care of us first, do what we do best, and have teams adjust to us.
Gotcha. All right. Well, so tell me what you're looking forward to on Tuesday's game, because this is what, your second time playing them, is it?
No, this
No,
is
you
our
haven't
first.
played. Okay.
time this year.
Listen, I'm thinking the year's already gone by. So what are you anticipating?
We're going to go out there, play some good defense, share the ball, and get some points on the
Now,
board.
is it at home or away?
It's away.
All right, so we talked a little bit about diet, and when I played, my favorite thing to eat before I played was like cookies and milk. Don't know why. I had a good game when I was in middle school after eating some chocolate chip cookies, and so then I was just eating cookies all the time. There's a football player that used to play for Seattle that used to eat Skittles all the time. What's that guy's name? He's a running back. I can't remember what his name is. So what are you guys snacking on that you're not supposed to before the game?
It's not necessarily we're not supposed to. We do ration it out. We know our limits. But I don't know. It kind of came, I think, our sophomore year. Pink Starburst, like all pink. Like at first there was a plethora of, Starburst. But it's kind of just like pink Starburst, and then like there's like these Skittles that we usually eat before the game, and just I think somebody had them one day, and then everybody started eating them, and then usually somebody will have just a big bag, and we'll just eat a few out of there and just before we play.
Gotcha. Micah?
Yes, I definitely love the pink Starburst. That's all I eat. So yeah.
Hey, Coach, do you have any rituals? After Jordan answers the question, you can answer. Do you have any rituals? What are you eating, Jordan?
Yep, Starburst.
You guys.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy some Starburst and bring them over there before the game. What are your pregame rituals? Are you got a rabbit's foot in your pocket?
No, nothing like that. So when pregame, I think a team is a reflection of their coach. So what I try to do is I try to, you know, be real calm. You usually see me sitting on the bench, legs crossed, just kind of chilling. Anytime my team, you know, our team looks over and they see that I'm just, you know, just chilling, ready to go, they know it's just another game, you know,
Gotcha.
and we go out and we do what we do. And then, you know, hopefully it shows the other team like, hey, you know, it sets an example kind of what they're about to get into.
Sure. Listen, I love high school athletics. And as a coach, do you encourage these young ladies to play other sports? And do you play any other sport besides basketball?
Yeah, I mean, we know that athletic ability through multiple sports helps an athlete. So we definitely don't want to limit an athlete from pursuing any passion they have for other sports. And we try to support them as best we can.
Hey, let's give these ladies a hand. CLASSEN, SAS at Northeast. We're getting ready to take a break here on the CBS OKCPS Coaches Show, CBS Sports 105.3, sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, SNU, Casey's General Store, Scissortail Waste Solutions, Automax, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, and Big O's Pork and Dream. See you in a minute.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.
Injuries don't wait for business hours. Now you can be seen 24/7 for sports injuries. Whether you have a sprain or a broken bone, at the SSM Health Bone and Joint Injury Clinic at 13401 Northwestern.
The thing with car buying nowadays is just how many options there are when it comes to where to actually get a car. Dealerships, websites, auctions, private syndication federal can help. There's a reason we're known for auto loans around here. Lots of car options, lots of places to buy, but only one choice for an auto loan. Communication Federal Credit Union.
Your real credit score, your real monthly payments, and more for every vehicle on our site. So what's the best thing about iPreCheck? There's zero risk. It literally doesn't cost you anything. Just enter your name, your address, and the last four of your social, and you can be pre-approved instantly for a brand new Kia at Boomer Kia. So what are you waiting for? Visit boomerkia.com and click the iPreCheck banner to get pre-approved, all without any risk to your credit. Then come to Boomer Kia off I-240 and South Walker.
There are times in everyone's life that a little professional help is needed, and getting that help is just a phone call away. Counseling Solutions and Interventions is a contracted outpatient behavioral health and substance abuse program provider. Our goals are to assist individuals with healthy living skills, such as anger management, group counseling, individual counseling, psychosocial rehabilitation, substance abuse counseling, family counseling, parenting classes, grief counseling, prevention programs, and more. We are licensed and certified, operating with compassion and integrity, and we are contracted by most Oklahoma State agencies. Don't suffer another day with life's challenges. Call CS&I today and get the help you need. 405-601-6710 for adults, adolescents, children, and families. Call CS&I today. 405-601-6710.
As we celebrate the 40th anniversary of her first album, Lifetime and A&E are telling Janet Jackson's story in her own words. The new documentary, Janet Jackson, is an intimate, honest, and unfiltered look at the legendary artist. Over 5 years in the making, the documentary will consist of unseen footage of Janet Jackson with unprecedented access to her personal and family life. The two-night special features interviews from Mariah Carey, Missy Elliott, and more. The highly anticipated two-night event, Janet Jackson, premieres tomorrow night at 8, 7 Central, only on Lifetime and A&E. We need to talk about something. Constipation, abdominal pain, and bloating. You tell yourself it's not that bad. You take laxatives, modify your diet and exercise routine, but thinking about it all the time is frustrating. This doesn't have to define you. If your constipation and abdominal symptoms come back again and again and you don't know why, then it may be time to seek help. Go to ohmygut.info/radio, where you can learn more about your symptoms. That's ohmygut.info/radio. ohmygut.info/radio. Sponsored by Allergan and Ironwood.
With Early Paycheck, you can get your direct deposit up to 2 days earlier. That's another reason banking with Capital One is the easiest decision ever. Even easier than deciding to open the biggest birthday gift first.
Happy birthday to you.
Which one are you going to open first?
The pony.
Yep, even easier than that. Plus, with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is banking with Capital One even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. No fees or minimums on new consumer accounts. Capital One and a member FDIC.
Yo, welcome back here to OKCPS's Coaches Show. We are here at Dick's Sporting Goods at 6601 Southwest 3rd here on CBS Sports 105.3, sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, SNU, Casey's General Store, Scissortail Waste Solutions, Automax, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, and Big O's Poke and Dreams. Listen, we just had Classen SAS at Northeast girls basketball team, and now we have Classen SAS at Northeast powerlifting team. We have Coach Ted Dorrell, we have student athletes Quinn Keast, and we also have Mason Flecher. Quinn is the super heavyweight is what my notes said, and then Mason here is 123. Hey guys, good to have you on today. Coach, good to have you.
Well, thank you. Mason's man a few words here, and I'll hand this over. But, yeah, I just wanted to represent everybody that fits into powerlifting. So it goes down from the smallest weight class of 123 pounds and then people above 276 in the heavyweight.
So let me ask you a few questions before I get to Mason and Quinn. So how long has powerlifting been around in OKCPS?
I think some schools have done it off and on.
Gotcha.
I know Northeast used to do it, but this is our first time that Classen SAS at Northeast is doing it.
Gotcha.
And we're doing it as a chance to give kids opportunities.
Sure.
Opportunities lead to experiences, and experiences lead to success. So wanted to give the kids more opportunities to succeed.
So you got weight classes 123 all the way up to super heavyweight.
Yep.
What's in between?
Well, there's 132, 145.
Okay, so
168. Yeah, there's
there's
11. There's 11 weight classes.
I got you.
And we can put up to 3 kids in each one of them. We've got room to grow, so if there's kids at school that want to, they can still join. We can have 33 kids in it.
So what exercises are we doing in powerlifting competition?
So when we go to competition, everybody's going to start off the morning. You get 3 opportunities to get your best squat in. Then you have 3 opportunities to get your best bench and 3 opportunities to get your best deadlift in.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha.
And so
well, that's really cool. So Mason, let me ask you this: at 123-pound power lifter, tell me what has been your max on these three events?
My max on squat is about 200, 210. And on bench it's about 140. Deadlift, I'm getting close to 300, so it's about 285 right now.
Got you. So Quinn, tell me what have been your, I guess in track they call it PRs. What's been your best?
On squat, I'm hitting about like 450. On bench, it's like 225.
Gotcha.
And deadlift is 405.
Gotcha. Man, that's a lot of weight. Tell me, how did you guys get into powerlifting? Had somebody else previously? And I'll start with you, Mason, then I'll go to Quinn. What kind of influenced you to start getting into powerlifting?
Coach Dorrell told me that we were going to start. And I thought it was a good idea because I know it would make me better, and I like to compete.
So I'm assuming you might play football also.
Yes.
And so therefore some transferable skills from this powerlifting to become a better football player.
Yeah.
What about you, Quinn?
Mine is pretty much the same, just getting stronger, using the off season to work.
Gotcha.
Make myself a better football player.
Gotcha. So, Coach, tell me this, and you guys can switch headphones really quickly. Do you have some athletes that are part of your powerlifting team that are non-football?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
One right here, but kids from the baseball
he probably
team.
needs to play football if he goes.
Well, yeah, it's open to all comers though. We had some kids that this will be their only sport that they play.
Gotcha.
Some kids from the arts programs and stuff. A kid named Josh Aries came and he's in band and he came in powerlifting. He placed second in the last meet we went at. So it's open to all the kids that want to give it a try. It was started by football coaches. It was started by the Oklahoma Football Coaches Association, but it's opened up now, and it's a great way to grow our program. One of the reasons I wanted to do it was to try to get kids interested in that weight room and then get them interested in football to help grow my sport.
Tell me a little bit about what you believe those transferable skills are, right? So, yes, it's about getting stronger, but it's much more than just getting stronger.
Well, first of all, it's about a commitment. Anytime you're playing a sport, you want kids that are committed.
Sure.
So it's about being committed to help out your teammates and things like that. It's about a commitment to making yourself better.
Sure.
Second of all, transferable skills are being coachable. I mean, one of the things, as I just took this program over last year, we need kids to be coachable and listen to what we do. And not just to me, but listen to referees. When they go to these powerlifting meets, there's guys, judges that give them commands. We got to learn how to be coachable.
Sure.
and respond to the officials and things like that. And so those are transferable skills as well. And I just think competition is we're going to compete for something in life no matter what. You're going to compete for a scholarship. You're going to compete for a job. And anytime we can go out and compete in anything, it's better for. I don't care if we're going out and playing thumps. I mean, we're going to compete, and that's how we're going to get better in football.
So Mason, tell me this. You're out on this powerlifting team. What about it? Not just getting stronger, but what's the one thing maybe you've learned, right, that you didn't necessarily learn it in football, but you've really grasp or hold of something as you participated in powerlifting?
I just like to compete with myself, really.
Sure. So next question is, so what is the diet like for a powerlifter, right? So when I think of powerlifting and weightlifting, it becomes eat a bunch of carbs, all this kind of stuff. What is that the same thing for you guys, Quinn?
I eat a lot of chicken and rice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So diet becomes extremely important in terms of being able to maximize. What do you share with them, Coach? Are there any drink shakes? So I had an opportunity to go to University of Oklahoma, and you can answer this, Quinn, if you got some response to it. And when you go in there, they got all kind of muscle milk and all kinds of stuff. I don't know what those kids are drinking down there. Is that what are you encouraged to drink? And I'm not within the rules, right? What are those things out there proven to really boost the powerlifting?
I think that, I usually drink protein shakes too, and Coach Dorrell is getting protein shakes and stuff for us after we're done lifting.
Sure. PB&J.
A lot of it. We've got a lot of PB&J. I mean, those are the building blocks of what we do. When we get through working out, I give them a 30-minute window to try to to refuel.
Gotcha. Well, so we talk about diet. Obviously, you guys are at CLASSEN SAS. How is it being an athlete just on campus, right? What does that mean to walk around CLASSEN SAS, to be a football player, to be a power lifter? People are looking at you. So there's a level, there's an expectation, right? And I know when I shared with the football team earlier, it's not just being a player, it's about being a representation of what people are pouring into you. How has that kind of changed you being an athlete there at CLASSEN SAS?
It's pretty different because the school is really diverse, and it's like a lot of arts and stuff, so it's different.
Sure. What about you, Quinn? Do you feel any expectation that, I have to represent, the athletics, the powerlifting? I need to be the best man I could be in those hallways.
Yeah, for sure. I think that it's very important that we act better in class and stuff to just represent whatever sport we played, or just the whole athletic community at CLASSEN in general.
Sure. So, in other sports, we watch, YouTube, you watch your favorite position, but in powerlifting, It was a couple of years ago. I saw a guy maybe break a world's record, in deadlifting maybe or so. Who are you guys watching? I love those strongest man contests. I don't like that CrossFit stuff too much. But the strongest man, sorry, I didn't mean to offend you, but the strongest man and picking up the ball and doing all that stuff. Who are you guys watching to get some inspiration or just, to be motivated by? You can go Mason and then Quinn.
I'm not really watching anybody, to be honest. I'm just really working on myself.
Sure.
There's a powerlifter named Eddie Hall. I definitely like watching him.
Gotcha.
He's pretty strong.
Gotcha. So, Coach, as you coach powerlifting, I don't know what kind of strategies, but you have to go learn about how to strengthen kids, what kind of programs. I remember when I was in college, when you showed up, they had a printed off workout for you, right? And it had all of this. What is that like for you, and how do you come up with that?
Okay, well, I'm old school. I've been doing this for a little while, so I'm a BFS guy, Boyd Epperly from Nebraska. But that's where a lot of my stuff came from. I went to and saw Dr. Tom Cross, also on the Team USA, and learned how to do some of the more Olympic-style lifts to go along with it while we trained. Because we still train with power cleans, hang cleans, and stuff as well too. So that's what my base is in, though. Like I said, a BFS type stuff, bigger, faster, stronger, and using those concepts. So this time of year would be a bulk phase where we're trying to add mass and get our maxes up. So we're low rep, high weight, and today was like a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 60 through 100% on that last rep. One set of one at 100% on the last one. So. And we try to break our workouts up to where it's upper body, lower body, day break, upper body, day break, and then we work stuff. So we trying to not overtrain any certain muscle group, give rest, recovery, and rebuild, so that, like I said, during a bulk phase, that's a big important part because you got to tear down and then allow time to recover.
Well, Coach, this whole strength and conditioning thing, it's been around for a while. Obviously, you mentioned Nebraska, and probably 70s, 80s, and maybe even the 90s, Nebraska probably led the world in terms of this kinds of thing. And obviously, people have caught up to them now, but the foundation really comes from that. At the same time, there's this risk of overtraining or tearing down a body that coaches really have to have a balance and be careful about. Not only that, but in this field of strength and conditioning, now you look at the state records or the state records where they hire strength and conditioning coaches. These guys are making more than a lot of coaches on the staff. So even as young guys who are participating, if they grab hold and really learn and continue to grow, this becomes a legitimate future in terms of strength and conditioning.
It's big time, and whether you're talking about individually on the personal training business. I mean, so many people have gotten into personal training. There's gyms all around. Yeah, it's something that, as opposed to football, which is got a very limited lifespan on it. The one thing I like about coaching powerlifting / weightlifting is it is a lifetime sport.
Gotcha.
It's something these kids can do the rest of their life. And whereas football, it's finite. It's going to either end high school, college, or for the very select few at the highest levels. So this is a life skill that we can teach. And what I like about it, it's the kids that I coach in football. It's the kids from around. All my coaches come back. My whole football staff comes and helps me with these kids.
Gotcha.
They're all volunteering their time and pouring into these kids because we know the investment and time that we make and that these kids are making, we're only going to get better from it. So.
Gotcha. So, Mason, how many meets have you competed in thus far?
Just one.
Just one. Tell me the best moment in this one, and then coach, back to you later, but how many meets will we have, and is there a state championship and all of those things? But tell me your fondest memory in this meet thus far.
Well, the last one was my first one. It was just a lot of adrenaline, so it felt light to me, really.
So where did you place in all of that?
Second.
That's
in my
good.
class.
That's good. So tell me your best moment so far.
I think it was probably just like the people there. They were pretty cool. It's not like football where you're trying to, clash with the other person. It's more about competing for yourself. So everyone's encouraging each other.
So what is the next meet?
It's February 11th.
And now I've seen one meet that they host over at Douglas High School, powerlifting competition. So where will like the state meet be? Is there a process to make it there?
Yeah, we'll go to 3 invitationals. There you go.
This is live radio.
Yeah,
people.
exactly. We'll go to 3 invitationals, and then we'll regionals. There's 4 different regions across the state. We'll lift in the Southwest Regional at Anadarko, and then the state powerlifting meet will be at El Reno this year.
Gotcha. Well, listen, it sounds like a lot of fun. Coach, you've been here on the show already with football. Who are those persons out there that you would like to say thank you to that have supported your program? Obviously, this is the first time for Class at SES, and we're going to come to Quinn and Mason because I'm sure they got some social media handles so that people can hit you up. But tell us who you would like to thank for just
first
really
of all, I'd like to thank our administration for allowing me to start this. This is something new, so I needed to thank our administration for allowing us to start powerlifting and help me fund this thing. Nothing's free. Nothing's free. There's no free lunch, and so the fact that they're helping us pay our way to get there and the buses and subs and all the things that go into it, our side administration. I'd like to thank the kids for trying something new. It's never easy to be first out onto doing something. They step up, and they're going out there competing. Like I said, I need to thank my football coaches because those guys are they're always out there with me. They come out, and they give up their time and show up and help me make these kids better. And I'm thankful to things like this. I'm thankful to you, Mike, for coming out and taking your time and putting on a show for us to showcase these kids because it's ultimately, like I said, opportunities and experiences. Great opportunity for us to be here today and represent our school, and a great experience for these young men to be here.
Absolutely. So, Mason, tell us, man, who would you like to thank, and tell us your social media because I'm sure, Mason, somebody's listening to you, and they hear this Barry White tone you have. And they may be interested in getting to meet you and see what all the skills and talents that you have. Tell us your social media and who you want to thank.
First of all, I want to thank you for having me.
Thank you.
I want to thank Coach Dorrell for starting this, and I want to thank just my family and just the school in general.
Gotcha. Quinn.
Coach Dorrell, of course, and the whole coaching staff, and my family, my parents.
Gotcha. So, Quinn, let me ask you this because it looks like you're a lot more fun than you're putting on right now. It looks like you do a little dancing. I think it's all kind of wrapped up. You just kind of holding it in right now. But before you go and do this powerlifting, who are you listening to? Those Classen SAS girls told me Lil Baby, and I don't know really the rest of what they said. But who are you listening to, Quinn?
I listen to a lot of Kanye.
Kanye?
Yeah.
He's got TikTok stuff, too.
Oh, my God. Man, tell us how to go watch the TikTok, big boy. Well, that's cool. What you got on TikTok, Quinn?
Just comedy videos, I guess.
See, I didn't even know this, but I just saw it in you, man. Oh, I'm sure you a ton of fun.
it's Quinn.Keast.
All right, listen, you heard him, Quinn.Keast. Go check him out, man. So we are excited just about, the opportunities you guys have. And certainly you can thank me, but really it's to thank Coach Wright and Coach Dillback and others in OKCPS office for doing this. This is a lot of fun for me. It's a lot of fun to meet you guys and just kind of hang out and just kind of see. Now, Quinn, tell me, what are your collegiate aspirations? What year are you in school? And then what are your aspirations after this?
I'm a class of 2024.
See, you're a sophomore.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, and
my math is real slow, but I'm getting better.
And the plan is to go to college for football at some point.
Gotcha. Good stuff, man. All right, Mason, you?
I'm a sophomore too, and I just want to keep working, try and get a scholarship to play football somewhere.
Gotcha. Well, those are all doable. Obviously, you guys are at a great program, and your coaches are spending a tremendous amount of time. And you are cross-training in terms of football and powerlifting. Do you guys play any other sports? Are you part of the track team in any way?
Yeah, I'll throw shot put.
Really? Will this be your first time?
Yeah, it will.
Okay, cool. What about you, Mason?
I play basketball.
You play basketball.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You got a pretty good basketball team over there at Classen SAS?
Yeah.
I think there's a Cutjo guy that coaches over there.
Yeah.
He's all right. Mm-hmm. He's all right. Well, that's cool. Coach, we have a few minutes here. Is there anything that you would like to share and say? Man, you got a couple other guys.
I got a couple other guys we can introduce out here. All right, we got yeah, I'm just waiting for the camera to get on. Zachary Gurley, and we got Blade McIntosh. They also powerlift with us. And like I said, we got coaches around here and things like that.
Let's get him the headphone. Let me ask him a couple questions because Zachary was super offended about my CrossFit reference. Hey, Zachary, you tell me, man, what has it been about powerlifting that's really inspired you?
What inspired me about powerlifting is the coaches, especially Coach Dorrell and Coach Marinko. I do CrossFit, so I lift at
okay.
CrossFit.
CrossFit is fine.
So I'm just like, oh, I would love powerlifting if I do CrossFit. CrossFit is just like powerlifting, but we just do a lot more cardio stuff than powerlifting. So I was like, I would enjoy like working out, like deadlifting, squats, and bench. Like I would enjoy that, and I feel like I would do good at it.
Sure.
Like my first power meet, I mean, I placed second. I didn't even know I was gonna place second. It was just like, I was like crazy when they called my name. I was like, oh, I was just shocked.
Well, that's good, man. I mean, you've gotten stronger.
Yes, I did.
And obviously, it's going to help in every other way. Who's my other young man here?
I'm Blade.
Blade, scoot on in, Blade. Your parents saw what's his name? Wesley
the movie,
Snipes. Yeah. Tell
Vampire.
me what has been inspirational for you, and how have you physically changed, and how have you gotten better because of powerlifting?
Definitely you just feel stronger all the time. It feels good to build muscle, and things aren't as heavy.
So how is it with your teammates? Are you guys bonding, developing relationships,
Yeah,
competing even with each other sometimes?
Yeah, when you're like, giving it all you got in a squat and everyone's cheering you on, it feels good.
Gotcha. Now, do you play any other sport, Blade?
Yeah, I play football and baseball.
Got you. Zachary, do you play anything else besides CrossFit?
I'm also a baseball player as well.
Okay,
yes.
Cool. Well, Mason, you've been so talkative today. About the only time I got him to smile. Well, Coach, man, listen, it's just been an absolute blast just to kind of to hear all of the wonderful things that you guys got going on at CLASSEN SAS at Northeast. You are certainly a shining example in OKCPS in just the effort and just the way you guys are just operating and doing things. And so we wish you nothing but the best over there at CLASSEN SAS.
We sure appreciate that. These are great young men and ladies over there at CLASSEN SAS, and we're excited about athletics, but we're excited about everything over there. And these are great kids and great place to be.
Gotcha. So Coach, is there scholarships available to powerlifting? Can you go on to the next level in powerlifting?
That's a great question. There are some schools that do powerlifting. Of course, most of it's going to be more on the Olympic style, like more like cleans and snatch and stuff like that. But there are some places that powerlift. But basically, I'm trying to get these guys just to have confidence in themselves and to get stronger. And nothing makes a kid feel better than to see improvement. And it's one of those very measurable things. I did 5 more pounds, so I'm better today.
Sure.
You can't always see betterment in everything, but weights are something that's really easy to measure, and it's not just incremental. They can see big gains over short amount of time and small gains over time as well.
I didn't participate in powerlifting at John Marshall when I was in school. Our weight room was behind the bleachers for basketball, pretty small. I never lifted them because I thought I was going to mess up my jumper that I didn't have, or that I couldn't shoot outside the paint. But honestly, when I went to college, my first year, I probably went and weighed 195. Literally 9 months later, I weighed like 230.
Yeah.
Everybody swore I was, drinking muscle milk, right? It wasn't even around then. But that's how much your body can change. And I grew up in an era where I loved Lou Ferrigno, bodybuilders, right?
Yeah.
Not necessarily power lifters, but those guys, who didn't want to be the Hulk, to be quite honest,
Exactly.
right? And so I really think it's cool. And then what kind of confidence does it give you as a student athlete when you see your body change, when you know that it's been your hard work? Does that help your confidence, Mason? Does that help just, how you feel about yourself, which is a big thing right now, is about how we feel about ourselves and not what people tell us, but how we feel. How does that impact you? And then I'll let you answer that too, Quinn. But Mason, tell me.
It feels good that you know that you're improving.
Sure.
And you're making yourself better every day.
Quinn?
Just seeing improvement physically and knowing that you're getting better, it feels great.
I mean, just mentally, it just puts you kind of this, and I'm not saying this euphoric feeling, but you just walk around with just a little bit more confidence and assurance about who you are because you know. And let me tell you, if you don't know, and I'm sure your coaches tell you this all the time, guys, as you conquer these steps, right, it just gives you confidence for the larger steps to come in life. And so, man, just keep up all of the hard work and the great things that you guys are doing. So, and you're going to have some great success. Listen, I'm not sure how much more time we have. All right, we got
one last thing we can plug. We got a brand new weight room.
Oh, yes, Coach. Talk a little bit about that. We got 2 minutes.
We got 2 minutes. Well, hey, something I'm real proud of. When I got there, we were lacking a weight room. We really had a combo storage / locker / pit. And so now we've got a beautiful weight room that we just got finished last Thursday. It looks awesome. It's very accessible. It's going to be able to be used by all our athletes. Matter of fact, the first people to get to work out in it were those girls that were here earlier.
Yeah, that's what they said. Yeah,
they got to get the first workout in it, and but we're all going to benefit at the school from it. It's a great facility, and it helps open more doors. And so really excited about it.
Well, and I think and these guys will begin to know as they change physically and mentally because of that weight room. The goal is that translates and transfers into greater success on the various fields of athletics. And so the district and Coach Dilbeck and Coach Wright and others have worked extremely hard to get those things provided to all of the OKCPS schools. Yep. Right, it's almost like leveling the playing field because I believe OKCPS in many ways are at a great disadvantage to some of the suburban schools with some of the things that they have to offer. And so they are quickly trying to close the gap with other people like Fields and Futures and others to help OKCPS have some great success, not just in the classroom, but even beyond. So let's give these kids, these student athletes a hand from CLASSEN SAS. Yo, listen. It's been a great show. Thanks for joining us here on CBS Sports 105.3 here at Dick's Sporting Goods, 6601 Southwest 3rd Street. We are sponsored by Dick's Sporting Goods, SNU, Casey's General Store, Scissortail Waste Solutions, Automax, Grinmore Sneaker Boutique, and Big O's Pork and Dreams. I'm hungry. I don't know about you. I'll see you next Monday.
There you go.
Oklahoma City, I'm Miles Perry, and I want you to tune into my show, Super Prep Live.
Super Prep Live takes an in-depth look at the Oklahoma high school student athlete and what makes he or she become great at what they do. Super Prep Live can be heard on OKC's CBS Sports Radio 105.3 and Instagram Live.
Make sure you tune in and learn about the next great student athlete on Super Prep Live with me, Miles Perry.